62 people have been arrested as part of a counterfeit probe.
And two 17-year-olds have been charged in the murder of 3 young people in Quebec. Humber News starts now.
Hello, it's Wednesday, February 12th. Welcome to Humber News, coming to you from the Broadcast Center here at the North Campus. I'm Carissa Wilson. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Alexis MacDonald. Ahead on our show, we have all your news, sports, and entertainment highlights, as well as your 5-day weather forecast. But first, Carissa has our top story.
Toronto police say they have ended a counterfeit ring involving fake TTC passes. Police say 62 people have been arrested. Toronto police and the TTC spoke to the media around 2 o'clock this afternoon. The police transit patrol were involved in the investigation and reported that 55 are accused of using the bogus passes and 7 are accused of trafficking them. As part of the fake probe, the TTC had their employees go undercover, purchasing the cheap passes on the popular website Kijiji.
Police say a man killed in a collision early this morning was wanted for a break and enter. Police say they were responding to a 911 call for the attempted break-in when the 52-year-old man was hit by a taxi just after 1:30 this morning. The man was rushed to hospital where he later died of his injuries. Police say they believe the man was intoxicated at the time and the investigation is still ongoing. The name of the victim has not yet been released.
The Toronto police need more training in verbal de-escalation techniques. That's according to an inquest today into the deaths of 3 mentally ill Torontonians who were shot by police. The jury has 74 recommendations to improve how the force handles potentially dangerous people in crisis. The inquest took 3 weeks. No officers have been charged in the deaths.
The winter can be a tough time for everyone. With midterms coming up, students on campus are stressed out. But the Humber Students Federation held an event to ease that tension. Humber News reporter Darren O'Malley has more.
Students feeling the harsh grips of this cold winter were invited to partake in the Mental Health and Wellness Fair at Humber College today. From massages to puppy visits to art therapy, there were many different ways students could wind down and de-stress. Some students say school can be a stressful environment, but there are ways to cope.
As a student, I deal with it by trying to work on my time management a lot better and relaxing with friends, just taking a step back to sort of breathe and enjoy myself and then get back to it.
Mental health awareness events like these could become more prevalent. The provincial government has demonstrated an increased emphasis on the mental wellness of young people. Just last fall, a helpline for college and university students was launched. But for people like Linda Perry, there's still a long way to go.
And we're here with a petition to push the government to put more funding into youth mental health so that it's easy to find, that kids don't have to feel stigmatized by saying, oh, I need help.
Depression, anxiety, hopelessness, these are just some of the things people suffering from a mental health issue are facing. The Canadian Mental Health Association states that suicide is the second leading cause of death among 15 to 24-year-olds. For students under a lot of stress, Humber counselor Jaspreet Dinsa offers easy coping strategies.
I think the most important thing is to make sure that you're sleeping, eating, and exercising if possible. The other thing is to have a good support system.
Students seeking help are urged to contact the counseling services at Humber College. Darren O'Malley, Humber News.
A transgender woman has been transferred to a women's facility after being detained in a men's jail because of issues with her travel status. UK stand-up comedian and former Humber student Avery Edison overstayed her student visa in England last year. The 25-year-old came to Canada on Monday to talk to her lawyers and to visit her partner. Edison was quickly moved from Maplehurst Correctional Facility to the Vanier Centre for Women in Milton after the story went viral online. The former Humber student, who studied comedy writing and performance, managed to treat the situation with a good sense of humor.
Here's something to keep in mind with Valentine's Day on the way. A survey suggests Canadian couples may be more willing to forgive a cheating spouse than to overlook money problems. According to the poll by the Bank of Montreal, 68% of those surveyed say fighting over money would be their top reason for divorce. Infidelity followed with 60% and then family disagreements at 36%. A representative of the Bank of Montreal says it's critical to communicate, be open, compromise, and be prepared to talk frankly about financial issues with your partner.
When we come back, we'll have more news from across the country and around the world. Josh McConnell will have the sports news, and we'll have your weather forecast with Corey Weir.
A chilly start to the day may not have set the tone for the rest of the week. I have your 5-day weather forecast coming up after the break.